I'm just concerned that we are running now to take every available land that is left in our neighborhood. We are running to build markets and affordable housing. Every other available space in our country, we are adopting new markets and affordable houses. And I'm wondering, the land that was put specially for innovation in agriculture, for example, the land that was used for agricultural development cooperation, the ADC pieces of land that are available in Nyandarua, available in Nyeri, available in Kiambu, we are running there to build affordable houses, forgetting that we may need those pieces of land for the new technology innovation that is coming. I was telling my brother KJ that right now we are floating in an era called the new information age era, where models of technology are being adopted, new telephony is happening, we are moving from the old age to new age. When we all run to our land and occupy on affordable houses and markets, what will happen tomorrow if we have another COVID of a new nature that require us to have, for example, rescue centers, more rescue centers? What will happen? Where will we go? What will you use? So I'm not fighting. I'm not here to say that affordable houses are not good. But of course, we cannot just grab every other land, take every other available space, and occupy it with markets, forgetting that we are also moving technologically. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say all the pieces of land that were left for agricultural training center, the ATCs, every district, the so-called district in the old constitution, had an ATC, an agricultural training center. We should not run to transform that land from ATC to affordable housing. We should be thinking, what sort of a technology should we adopt so that we can help farmers marry with the new technology instead of abandoning the agricultural training centers and making them markets and affordable houses. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this bill. And in fact, I advocate that every sub-county should have some space left for Technopolis. In that Technopolis, we should be able to use technology to help our farmers. Mr. Speaker, I'm just from my constituency in a place called Liuki, and I was meeting about 1,000 farmers, coffee farmers. And to my shock, that coffee factory is officially dead. Those are factories that used to help us to process our coffee, pulp our coffee, market our coffee. 1,000 farmers were crying to me as their member of parliament to assist them to revive that coffee factory. I asked in the group, who is here who can help us to revive this coffee factory? They nominated 3 young Gen Zs who have degrees in economics, degree in commerce, and a degree in agroeconomics. And they are in the village idle. We are crying that we have no money in our pockets. We are crying that our coffee have nowhere to be pulped or factory to operate, but our children with degrees are in the villages. Don't you think we need to think very critically? Something is not right with us. How do we educate people with degrees and then we collapse the factories where we are supposed to be employing them? So I have engaged myself in the meeting with the farmers, and we have agreed that we are going to even fundraise. If we cannot get money from government, we are going to fundraise to make sure that we revive that coffee factory. But Mr. Speaker, that is not where I am. I am saying I wish this Technopolis center, one of them, would be brought to Lioki village. And that Lioki village, there are so many learned young people, Gen Zs, who are ready and ably equipped by the government of Kenya, and they have papers to work in such kind of centers. So I appreciate the idea. I appreciate the ideology. I welcome the thoughts that we can actually decentralize Technopolis from Konza to even my village in Githunguri. And how I can't wait to see us thinking in a manner of how we can be able to use technology even to cure the existing economic problems we have. Mr. Speaker, about 2 months ago, I traveled to native Italy. Native, that means the very interior places of Italy. And I realized that the generations of the early 60s, 40s, 60s, built their houses, and every house had a bunker. Every house has a bunker. You know, the underground bunker. because they built and designed their houses ready for war. Those bankers helped them so much and keeps helping them even now during winter. Those are the bankers that they use to store their wheat during winter and they secure their food. Unfortunately, majority of the young population in Italy have moved from the villages to the towns. So the native Italy villages are abandoned. But there are still bankers being used to store food, even for export market. People who designed those houses were ready for a sanctuary. They were planning for a sanctuary existence. Technopolis ideas of Kenya, what we are reading from this bill, it is our planning for a century to come. And we must accommodate Technopolis in every village if we can. I support. Thank you very much.